Okay, we're going to do a twofer tonight because it was an interesting day. The Russians have landed. Um, Been doing a lot of shot shell stuff. In fact, um, stocking up. Stocking up on wads, some nitro cards, overshot cards, because the time to buy stuff is when you don't need it. Unlike tonight or today. Today is not the physical date, but today is point in time trying to get primers for a reasonable amount of money. Easier said than done. You know, primers are fucking $10 a $10, 10 cents a primer, $10, $10, just ridiculous. Anyway, back to the Russians. So been getting again stocking up on a bunch of shotgun stuff. In fact, you'll see my video where I used what was called an emergency reloading kit, hand loading kit like a Lee loader to make this. But and the trimmer that I'm looking for, or that I have my eye on, is naturally out of stock. So we can't show you that. But we can show you what the Russians sent. And just to show you, I'll do some Google translating on that. My Russian is rusty, like non-existent rusty. So the idea behind this is a hand roll crimper. Very rudimentary, so it looks like the shortest roll crimp you're going to get is, let's see, so you're not going to be making any mini shells. Shortest you're going to get is two and it looks like 2 7/8 ish, or excuse me, 1 7/8, maybe 2, would be your smallest roll crimp, which is, you know, significant. Again, I love what I would call old-fashioned tools. And just to show you, this is rough around the edges. Rough. In fact, here, let me point to some roughness. The casting, I don't know, well, in a lot of roll crimpers you see like it looks like a speed bump, and these are there, but they look really, really rough, so it looks like three of your bumps. But I was thinking, and especially how this is finished, and again, rough, I was thinking about throwing this into Redzilla and blasting it for a little bit and just giving it a little finer finish, little nicerness. But let's assume, and this will probably turn out terrible because this is starting out so bad. Let me see if I should just cut this, but I don't have anything strong enough to cut it. All right, all right, the quality of this cut is exactly why you would like, I may have cut it too short, which is exactly why you would like a nice shell cutter, hole cutter. So, assuming that I had this packed with shot, powder, wad, card, you name it. A little hard as we get down low here, simply because, oh, yeah, I don't have enough structure. I should have known that was going to happen. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't be as rough, but I will still say success to some degree. Let me see if I can do something to fill this out a little. Hang on one second, be right back. All right, we've gone ghetto. So I filled a previously shot hull with sawdust. just to stay safe, I'll throw my wad in, or at least try to push that in. And let me grab a pencil here. And Murphy's Law, I've got too much sawdust because I had no scale to measure. So let me pull this wad out. Let me dump some of that sawdust. Redo wad. Tamp it in. For shot, let's put the sawdust that I just took out, that you can't see me trying to jam in there. A little bit of sawdust. Again, we're all about fakery tonight. A homemade overshot card. Oh, mother fudger. Too much fakery. Too much fakery. We're getting close. Probably would have helped if I had more in there to support it. But as you can see, again, from my jankiness. All right, so for my homemade fake, and there's not a lot of volume to this either, because there's no real shot and there's no real powder, so the densities are probably going to be effed up. And because I was so overbearing with it the first time, yeah, it's getting there. Let's see what we've got. Pretending my sawdust is buckshot. So it works. You know, not the prettiest thing in the world, but for apocalyptic preparedness, I would call it awesome. Because this was like a $15 investment, and I'm just a big fan of old school hand type tools, as opposed to something nice that Ballistic Products puts out that I have to attach to my drill and is high end and does what it's supposed to do. And I will show you those in a future video. But I think that's kind of cool for, you know, old school design, just simplicity at its best, you know, just the basics. And you know, as you can see, that friggin' works. So that would be effective, and that would keep me in business should a press be down, or you're in a situation where you're out camping / hunting / whatever, and you just need to do some stuff on the fly. Combine this tool with the X-Ring USA emergency loader that I shot the video for yesterday, that I'll probably upload maybe tonight. So I don't know what sequence these will be in, but it's a pretty little thing, pretty little neat tool from these guys. Not even going to try. Just do a search for old style hand crimp, roll crimp. Hand roll crimp, and that'll get you where you need to be. Good stuff. So that's about 5 minutes worth of Redzilla in the blasting cabinet. Now I will hit it with the polishing wheel and see what I get. Alright, so about 5 minutes on the polishing wheel, and a big, huge difference because of both polishing and oiling. That no more grit, no more resistance. Not that it had any. And you can see the three bumps a little more pronounced for making our rounded crimps. So I will call this done. This goes into the emergency kit, and I think that came out really nice for something that looked really rough around the edges and such. So I'll call that good stuff. Thank you to our friends overseas. Very good. Done.